I was just a wreck yesterday. I just kept going until I couldn't. That was all. Unexpected stream. A bit. A bit. I mean, if I'm not here on Friday, I'll be here on Saturday. That's all you need to know. It's rare for me to have to do this, but sometimes it's just like, well, I'm literally just fucking dying. uh, there we go. I mostly got cooked out of my room while I was doing some renders yesterday, and it just made me feel like absolutely exhausted. That was really the big problem. It's just like, what happened to Clark? I'm melting. I'm melting. It's like, I wanted to play some Crimson Desert before stream, but then it was just like, well, I'm dying. I got a little bit of time on it at like I think 1. Yeah, it was about 1, and it's really fun. I need to put a lot of time into it actually. I might actually stream it soon once I get everything set up. Let's see here. I did see that the market's still down. They did provide a couple days worth of patron, so we've got patron again. I had to reset the game to get it to show up again because they still never fixed that. Yeah, AC is pumping out a lot of dust. That doesn't help. But yeah, it's mostly St. Kubrick stuff, and that's really about it from what I've noticed. Still no ETA on the PTS being complete. I would suspect that they'll probably put it live maybe next week. I'm not completely certain. The Fast Invader. Looks like the servers are shitting themselves. Maybe. It's hard to tell. They kind of are. Well, it's not really loading ahead of us that much. Again. I feel like I'm playing RL Craft all over again. When it loads like this, it's just, it's pretty bad. I think later today, after stream, I might do some test streams just to try to get this script to work with the YouTube chat. Because I want to integrate both the chats together in the chat box. And it still bothers me that it's the thing that's been bugging me now for a while. And then, like, every time I've done tests, it just doesn't work. I might need to find a different one or make up another one. So it's like, it's not tying into the Google API, so it just keeps breaking. It's driving me nuts. Oh, yeah, fucking dust, man. I hate being directly under the vent. Hey, a tower. Nice. Good find, Frost. There's the buff. I'll do one more wave. There's not really a reason to, but as well. Oh yeah, these servers are not having a good time. Just get rubber banded immediately. That's fun. That is very terrible in every retrospect. I had a feeling they were probably going to be crapping out because normally when the PTS is running like this, it's taking up server resources. So I was just like, maybe it'll be in. Then I won't have to worry about it on Friday. And then it didn't happen to be that way. I kept hoping over the whole week. Okay, there's a combat buff. Let's jump back. I did give a heads up in Discord, but I doubt there's that many people that are going to be around because normally people are normally, I would say, what, 4 a.m.? 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. is when they need to pop in to get their runs in. Out of keys. Yes, I actually am. Yeah, we're completely full on everything. Let's go. Oh god. Yeah, the servers are not loading. I have a sneaking suspicion. I was like, yeah, this will probably be a short stream if the servers are having a shit fit today. And I was right. Oh god. This pops into delbs. Half the delb isn't even loaded. Joy. This game feels like a chore to play nowadays. Dude. Trust me when I say this. It's fucking annoying that it's just nothing has been done and it's been 16 weeks, man. I don't even see it as burnout. Like, that's the problem. When the game is working, I have no complaints, really. Like, when we actually have all the functions are, you know, functional, the market is alive, everything is working. The daily system itself doesn't even really bother me in this one because it's not really a daily system. It's a every week, one day of the week has importance. Every other day kind of just doesn't. Like, this whole system is actually quite nice. And I don't see it as burnout because it's like, oh, well, you don't have to log in every fucking day. You just have to be in on this day. Like, EXP day, if you're going for rings, sure, you'll need it for a while. Resources, you'll need it for a while until you don't. Like, the only day that really is now also important is Delve Day until the market comes back because they changed how cores and souls work. Once they disable that, congratulations, then Monday's back to being useless again. And then it's like, what's the only day that matters? Friday. And it's like, oh. Congratulations, it's just Friday. Because the only way of progression at the end game is dragons. And it will always be that because dragon coins are ass. To be honest, yeah, the rubber banding is what makes the game super annoying to play. Yes, what we're feeling right now is the PTS still being up, not having a single update or hotfix to the main server, and everything feels like shit right now. Like, the last 2 weeks have been just, like, this week and last week have not been fun to play. But it's because the servers themselves are just, you're feeling it. Like, you can go play on the PTS and it's nice and smooth. Like, I jumped on the PTS for maybe 45 minutes, I think, on Wednesday. And it was just super comfy because it's a working server. It's been updated with the pet thing. Everything else is functional. Obviously, market doesn't mean jack shit in there, so it's like whatever. But it feels really, really good to play. Then you come back to the live server, and it hasn't been fixed in literally months. Market's still dead. Everything else is broken. I'm eating dust in literally my face. It makes me feel like crap. But that's not really part of the problem. It's just Trove randomly rubber banding and a bunch of other stuff that's just happening where it makes the game not feel fun to play. And it sucks because the second the PTS is over, like watch them release the patch on Tuesday. And it's like, cool, yeah, we got a really crappy weekend to enjoy suboptimal Trove servers. And then, oh, cool, now we've got the patch on Tuesday again. And then everyone who was playing on Monday for the event, like, again, everyone who was playing on Monday had to experience, again, crappy servers. And then only next Monday will they actually get something of enjoyment. Like, therein lies your problem. Like, as I said, it's not a daily burnout issue. It's a, when the server isn't working, all of these other days are worthless. That's what sucks. Like, only Gem Day really has a purpose. It's like Dragon Day, Gem Day, and when the event is over, Delve Day is over. That's why I only play the game on Fridays. It's because it's like, every other day is totaled. There's just nothing to gain from it. Like, Sunday, you could kind of justify it. Only if you're running, like, max out Magic Find with everything. Like, breaking 20,000 Magic Find is totally doable now, and Sunday is funny when you do that. Is it really worth it? Debatable. Obviously, with the market dead, yes. Kind of. And when the market comes back, no. Not really. Like, that's really the issue at hand, is just nothing really works when the servers themselves aren't working and the game is currently in, like, ultra panic mode the entire time. And that sucks. Like, it really does. Like, to be honest, if Hytale ends up continuing to expand at the rate that they have been, and say I host a server, I'd probably just stream that on Fridays instead. And just let Trove totally bite the bullet at this point. Like, I don't know if they're going to fix it. Like, that's really the problem here. Is we don't know if Trove's ever going to get actually fixed now. It's been 16 weeks without the market. Like, I keep hoping, and we keep trying, and we're just kind of making it through it, but I don't know. I don't see them shuttering the game because, again, it makes them too much money. But I don't know when they're going to fix the market. That's the problem. I don't see the end of Trove. I see the end of the marketplace even existing, though, which is just going to kill the player base. But it's still, there's a bunch of whales and other people that end up making money off this game via RMT, and they're still going to be around. So it's still going to keep making the money. It's just that nobody's actually going to give a shit about it, and it's just going to sit there and literally zombify for the next, like, 6 years. Like, therein lies the problem, is just I don't see it dying in a really normal way. I see it just rotting out, is the best way to put it. And again, mind you, the fact that the marketplace has been down this entire time and credit pouches are just totaled, it just tells me that, like, that main income stream is just gone. But they're still not really trying to rush out a fix. Like, it doesn't feel like they're trying to do this quickly at all anymore. Like, there was a point where it was, like, constantly just, we're fixing it, we're fixing it, we're fixing it, and then it just kind of silence. And that's where I'm just kind of sitting here like, can we get an ETA on the market? Like, do we have any relative estimates on what's going on or any solutions, anything that could be shared? And it's just nothing. As I said, it's just silence. I mean, I will at least say this. On the brighter side of things, we are getting close to finally being done with Ifera. Like, after all this time, I'm almost free. Almost. So, hey, I'll take it. That's definitely something I will take. No one really knows what the devs are doing, and they're not really communicating. So, at this point, it's just kind of cross your fingers and wait. Do your usual runs, hope the servers are not a complete fucking shitfest, and just cross your... that's it. That's really all we can do at this point. Right now, the servers are not feeling very good, but at least it's not crashing. When it feels really bad and it's crashing, oh boy, is it... ugh. Just no. just no. That is the worst. I need to change up my book. Dragon Coin Digest. That'll do. I do need to expand my turret mod that I made for Hytale as well. It's like I got it actually working. It's really janky, but it's as simplified as I could make it. And the main issue I had to make for it in general, though, was target listeners. I tried to use the ones that they already had, and they just don't work for static emplacements. It's like, I built a prototype turret that actually functions, is able to do damage and targets things within a specific range, and has variables that can be adjusted for modding purposes. Yay! Now I need to make a proper model for it. And then add other weapon types and projectiles. That was really the big thing that I have not had time to do after I got it working. I also probably need to give it a damage state as well. Oh, I don't know. That's one of those ones where I'm like, I don't know. I I feel like because you just don't get really, like, you don't have raids or, like, blood moons or anything yet. I'm kind of like, I don't think it really needs a damage state. There isn't really a way to make a tower defense mode out of Hytail's actual coding, from what I can tell, for pathfinding purposes. It was one of those things where I was like, I was looking into it and I couldn't figure it out. And I was like, I don't think it's possible without writing an entire code specifically to allow such a thing from happening. Like, it's a neat idea in concept, but I just couldn't figure it out without probably writing something completely specifically for it. More targets. Yeah, I kind of suspect that today will probably be a pretty quick stream just because the servers are not performing well. I could probably jump into some Crimson Desert if you guys want to. I still need to set up a scene for Project Gorgon if I want to stream that at any point too. One I have not done. There's so much grinding in that I need to do. Work comes first though, and mostly it's just been microing some shops and semi-AFK grinding. Okay, that one's clear. Yeah, let me go right. There we go. Just drifting me left. Mostly because I'm going too fucking fast. Bye, Ifera. $84 creatures, got it. Just my way down. Oh, yeah. You dust. Seriously. Yeah. We probably need to swap the filters again. Yeah, well. Every time the AC bursts in here, it's just like right on top of my head. monoliths. Let's knock this one out first. I just hope that they just get their shit together. Like, just fix the market. Actually add in, like, proper database for it. If they do that, we won't really have to worry about that much. If they keep doing the PTS stuff, it should be fine, as long as they actually get it out and it doesn't just break everything else. Do I expect stuff to explode? Yes. It's Trove after all. Yeah, 16 weeks without the market, though, in a straight bout is just... ugh. There we go. Oh, bus. Also, Frost, what's your take on the PTS stuff with the allies, like, weird AFK thing? For me personally, it doesn't really bother me much, but it's one of those weird ones where I'm like, it doesn't seem like it's ridiculously timed. It's just gonna exist. I don't think it's good content either, but it's just kind of one of those things where it's like, it's just a boost for the allies, and it's semi AFK. So, it's kind of one of those weird ones where I'm like, it serves a purpose. It's better than titles. I'll give them that. And you don't have to be online for it either, which is the weird part. It's like once you get it set up, it's just kind of operates in the background. Obviously, some of the stuff for the quests are like, oh, you gotta kill certain numbers of dungeons, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, other stuff is just timers. And it's not too bad. Do I think it's engaging content? No. Do I think it's at least usable? Yes. At least that seems to be what I was experiencing on the PTS. It doesn't seem too bad. It just seems kind of right in the middle. I'm more surprised that they haven't just dropped a new class or some sort of like pet mancer thing. Because they want to do so much for the allies. I'm like, why don't you just do a class that's built around this? Mild confusion. Yeah, they do. They do. Now, mind you, I don't know how cheap of content it is when it comes down to requiring database load when the accounts are offline. That's the thing. Like, technically speaking, if it's basing off the client time, they would be a little bit better, but I don't know. It's one of those things where I'm like, I don't know if this is actually cheap content on in the grand scheme of things. I think this was more of a somebody played an idle game that they actually really liked the pet system on, and then they just wanted to copy it over. And then they decided to apply it to the actual allies to make them stronger. That's what it feels like. Some of those systems are extremely server intensive, so I'm like, I don't think it was cheap. That was the weird part. It was a very odd decision to add it in the way that they have, at least on the PTS. Oh, I see Sheno is here. Right, descent. Yeah, I'll have to wait and see once it goes fully live. I'm actually more surprised that they didn't just decide to say screw it and make allies actually have a combat stance or something. Like run off and attack things. Just turn them all into a turret. Because that'd be really easy. Random curiosity, what server am I on? It was Milena or whatever the heck it's called. Starts with an M. I think the only thing I would have a problem with Project Gorgon, streaming it specifically, is I would definitely have to censor the chat. And the chat's actually like 90% of the stupid shit. Yes, yes, I was wanting to play some Crimson Desert, but I was also working on Puya's renders. So I ended up only getting... I downloaded the whole thing. Well, I should put it this way. I got my dad the game. We were playing it on launch on his PS5, and it's really, really fun. I then grabbed it on Steam. Well, I had already pre-ordered it on Steam. I installed it yesterday. And I was doing renders, for the most part, I would say the entire morning on Friday. And it finished, let me think, I think it finished at, what was it? It's like 11 my time. But I didn't actually get to play it until about 1, and then I passed out a little bit later. And I only got like I got 40 minutes into it. And it's just really good. Like, if you're a BDO player and enjoyer, you know what you're getting into with Crimson Desert. And obviously I'm playing mouse and keyboard because fuck controller. But yeah, it's really good. Also, I thought it funny was that Crimson Deserts, apparently they decided to add de novo in the last like 1 day before release on Steam. And it's already cracked. So if you already bought the game, you know what to do. But yeah, it runs exceedingly well. I was very surprised. Like, with everyone complaining about performance, I was absolutely expecting some issues, and then it just didn't. But again, I only have about 40 minutes into it, and I was like, oh my god, they took the actual like conversation system that they have in BDO and applied it to every NPC. It's like, oh god. Oh no. Oh shit. So yeah, that game will probably consume my life if I let it very easily. Also kind of sad that you actually get into a forced loss no matter what in the tutorial, even if you actually just clobber the first boss that shows up. That's funny, Shenna. Yeah, I was very surprised at the fact that they decided to add de novo and then it was immediately cracked. Because the one who normally cracks de novo games just said fuck it and instantly did it within 24 hours. I think she succeeded in, what, 11? After it was released. It was just like, oh, and it's gone. It's like, okay, cool. Now we just have to wait for them to officially remove it, and then we don't have to worry about it. But it is a very good game, at least so far. Oh. Jana, that's a really sad pun. I'm not going to repeat that on stream. That was You could do better than that, friend. Oh god, they're all crit downs and blue shields. Ugh. Oh, the crab monolith is gonna suck. There we go. I'm just shaking my head, Chino. Also, Frost, did you get all your runs done? I think that was like the last one for you and me. Just gotta get Shino's ones done. And we should be good. Let's do a quick dump off here. There we go. It'll tell you what. Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll finish up the stream when we get you done, Chino, unless someone else shows up that needs their runs. So obviously I go until people are done and we don't have to think about it. Okay, objective complete. Dokeries, what are you using for your stream chat overlay to show the Twitch icons when people message, and will that show other icons for other platforms for your streaming too? Right now, it is just the Streamlabs overlay. I have a Lua script that I've been working on to try to get the YouTube chat to be integrated, and it's not been working with the Google API very well, hence the reason we don't have it at the moment. But it uses the same exact setup as Streamlabs' system, and it just puts a little YouTube icon, at least it's supposed to, based off of the Google overlay. I use regular OBS. And everything in regular OBS, though, is normally scripted using CSS, so... Yeah, I was planning on fixing it today, or at least attempting to continue to try to fix it. So if I end up going live inadvertently when doing some stream tests later tonight, that'll probably be why. Because it's been bothering me ever since I've started actually streaming as well to YouTube, and it's just like, I need to get that fixed. Why are you buffering? All the animated portions, though, are all animations I did in Blender. So the chat box, the gears, everything that's all me. To be honest, if I was better at coding in general, I would have probably already had working integrated dual chat. To be completely fair. Thank you. Yeah, everything here but the Streamlabs integrated chat and the API Lua script are made by me. Mind you, I've been tweaking the hell out of the script, so it's pretty much just custom now, but it's still not working completely, which drives me nuts. There's like 6 of them, and none of them really fit in what I need when it comes to the current ones that are out there for people. And there's AnyChat, there was, yeah, the Botrix, if I remember correctly. I have to go look at the list. So I was looking at a bunch of them already, and it was just like, none of these are really working. I do use Atrum, though. That's the one that I use to be able to stream to YouTube. It just doesn't have an integrated chat function to it. Obviously, a lot of people just go, use Restream, use Restream. I'm just like, no, I'm good. And I'll change my OBS look, though? Actually, all it does is give you like a little tiny window. At least if it's the normal one. That's weird. Are you using regular OBS or slobs? Regular. Huh. Yeah, I use regular as well. It's weird. Yeah, all it does is give me this tiny little window in OBS for the Atrum multi-stream. It does have vertical support, but I never give a shit for vertical support, so that's the one thing I'm like, we don't do vertical here, so I don't care. Right, when you click on it, it doesn't open at all. You have to press Windows button and then press upwards on the thing. That's not normal. That's not normal at all. Are you sure you have the original, like the normal OBS one? That is concerningly strange. I've never heard of someone having an issue with OBS in that manner. What should I do? It's a hassle to open. Yeah, that is super weird. Did it just not, like, install correctly? Actually, no, even if it didn't install correctly, it's just an EXE file. It would load up normally. God, that's weird. Windows button, then press the upwards arrow, forward a taskbar, and open it there. Yeah, that's not normal. That's not normal at all. Oh. Yeah, when you're doing multi-stream trying to integrate both of the chats, you're technically taking the feed from Twitch's chat actual like the API, and you're taking the Google API. Like if you're doing it through YouTube and Twitch, and then you have to link them together to display in the same time. Otherwise, the chats will get like desynced. And other times, obviously, like the one I'm using, it's the Lua script just for some reason is just refusing to accept the Google API's chat list, and I don't know why. And that's why I said I was going to fix that later tonight if I can. Oh, not if I can. It's just I'll just spend the whole day working on it. I don't care. I want to get it fixed. Yes, Shadowrunner is my main. Hard telling. I don't want to install it and reinstall it because then I'd have to re-add everything back to it. Yes, yeah. I mean, as long as you save the settings, it should still be there in the scenes. Unless it's just a really weird OBS issue. It doesn't. That's the thing. I have a local LLM that I run. I took a DeepSeek, lobotomized it, and then ended up feeding it CSS coding scripts, as well as utilizing GitHub's backend for CSS libraries. And even then, it still has some issues because of how Google's API works. It does. It's good at broad strokes, but then you have to go back in and fix it anyway, and it's just tedious normally. It's good at debugging to an extent. Like, it'll find small problems that you might have missed, but that's really about it. But that means that you already finished the code in the first place. Like, that's really the only thing it's okay at. Mind you, it will not simplify the code. Every single friggin' coding language out there, AI will just make it much worse. You got your pity C4. Nice, Shadow. Yeah, I only use mine specifically for debugging stuff I've already done, and that's about it. Mostly because I can go through some of the libraries that are normally referenced, and I might have missed something from one of them. And it's okay at finding those issues. Auto join Levy channel and ship, and then send an automated message every 3 to 5 minutes. Just got tired of typing it all the time. That's funny. It's like actually funny. I mean, technically speaking, you wouldn't even really need an actual AI to do that. You could just write a compiler to do that. Just set it up on like a keyboard memory and just run it to run whichever script based off of which chat you're in, which is really, really funny and sad. Yeah. Like that's the sad part about that is you could literally just make a quick like access compiler and do that. It's really fucked up, but yeah. It's like if in this chat detect based on screen position and then have it set so it'll just do it every like what 15 seconds. No AI needed, just really stupid. I mean, technically that is actually what you have right now, is just that, but with a couple extra steps. Is it too fast? The anti-cheat would detect spotting? Seeing it's just chat messages, I don't know. Most people will just end up friggin' up arrowing. Like, they'll type something, like /2, and then slash like, you know, X levy, and then they just do the up arrow over and over and over. Just enter up arrow, because remember, it saves your previous message. So people will just do that all the fucking time. Like every 15 seconds, I don't even think it would even calculate off of that one if you're doing some sort of compiler setup like that. If it was doing it like, oh, you don't have arrow keys? Oh no! I assume laptop then? Rip. That's a rip. Yeah, Trove does support arrows, so you could literally just hit enter up arrow and you'll instantly repeat the same message. 60% keyboard buzz. Oof. That is an oof. Well, if you had an up arrow, then yeah, you wouldn't need to do that. But seeing you don't, yeah, you're kind of screwed on that one, man. That's an oof. Yeah, that's what makes actually inviting people into these runs so easy. Is because if I have to do a bunch of invites whenever you guys throw your IGNs into chat, then I just up arrow whenever we have to reset. Is I'll just up arrow like 3 times, enter, up arrow 2, enter, up arrow 1, enter, and then I got everybody. It takes like 2 seconds. If I didn't have like arrow keys on my keyboard, that would suck. Where's my arrows? Very true. Yeah, that sucks. Okay, let's reset channel. Looking at the modifiers, I'm like, screw it. It's gonna be a 34 billion Ifera. I don't care. Let's just make this quick. If anyone wishes to join us and you're on Trove PC, these are open carries. You can either whisper me in game, Mr. Clunker's on all platforms, or you can throw your IGN into chat. If you're not logged in or you're just lurking, then by all means, continue to do so. Got any questions, feel free to ask. If I see purple text, you get an invite. Makes my life super, super easy. Also, Shannon, you got what, 2 more or 3 more? I think it was 2. We need to do. It's like I see a gladiator on Tumbrel on a floor 142, and it's like, ugh. Let's go quick. Screw it. I don't want to do that one. You got 2 torches? Okay, so we need to do 4 then. Yay, finally. One of the other ones I needed. God, it's been 7 months since the last memento? No, 6. It's been 6. There's what, 5 left I think I need? And then I'm done. we go. I don't know if Ed's gotten this stuff done. Probably did. He's normally pretty good about getting his Delves runs finished. I think I need to ask on that one. Hey, there's a clean explosive epilogue up. Nice. Okay, scarabs are down. And the server's hanging a bit. That's not fun to deal with. Oh. You may do. Hello, Ifera. And goodbye, Ifera. Dump off all the garbage. Yeah, the floor is blowing up. It is a crystal floor, so make sure to grab them if you see them. Or so just spam back-o-matic. Because of course it's got to be derpy. I'm actually surprised that the floor isn't separated into two parts. Normally when it's the exploding floors, it's separated by one half the delve as the explode, one half doesn't. And there's something else going on. It's just a rare, odd delve floor in general when it looks like this. In we go. location was third torch. This will be the fourth. 2 more to go. You got heavy rain over there, Shano? Gotcha. I'll try to go quickly in case your power goes out. What's up with the people always standing in the hub just constantly auto-attacking all day? Those are bots. Oh, I would say rudimentary bots. If you see a bunch of boomerangers just standing around swinging, what they do is they are set on up as like somebody's alt or just a bot account, and then they're just waiting for a ship like invite, and then the auto-invite feature mod automatically sends them to where they want to be. And then they just farm like that, and then when they're done or they crash, then they get sent back to the hub until they get no more invites again. It's pretty obvious what's going on. And the devs are normally not on the weekends because they're not in the office to do anything about it. So nothing gets done until Monday. But by then they've already, you know, dumped off all their shit, and if they've been reported or whatever, then normally it doesn't really matter because the account's just going to get wasted, and then they'll do it again. Yeah, there's a lot of them. And if you haven't seen the teleport hackers lately, they've been out in force because there's another teleport bug again that showed up. I mean, hell, some of them are even just using cheat engine, so you can go on Reddit and look at some of the older ones. Oh yeah, go to Neon City, you'll see them. Because of the St. Kublix event, they've been warping all over the place. No, they do get banned if they get reported, but it's just so rare for people to actually report them. And like newer players aren't even going to really realize what's going on because they'll see somebody appear, they'll kill something, they'll get stuck killing all the monsters in the area, and then they'll just disappear. And by the time that someone would normally have already hit the, like, you know, gotten a screenshot of it, they're probably already long gone. The only way that you'll see them most of the time is if you're in like a 3-star dungeon where they really get stuck up on all the monsters, teleporting to every single mob before moving to the next dungeon because of how their script works. And also if you're streaming. I've caught multiple of them on stream, and even if I send in the VOD, I doubt those accounts are even there anymore. It's like I could literally yell from the top of the hill and be like, all these different names, here's the recordings, blah, 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 and I doubt that that would do anything. Yeah. I mean, that's currently the state the game is in. Every time we have a patch, though, like a hotfix, normally it stops them for like 3 days before they then get more registries, and then they can start doing it again. That's just where we've been at now for like the last, what, year and a half? Like, if you didn't notice, it's been 16 weeks. We've had no marketplace or trading for 16 weeks. Well, I can't say no trading for 16 weeks because there is a way to get around that one, but it's just whatever. I still find it funny how poorly they coded that. But we've had no marketplace now for 16 weeks. I wouldn't say that they make up the majority of the game. They're definitely at least 20%. For sure. Like, that is without a doubt. They really only show their head, like, I would say a week after a patch. You must be slow. Oh, dude, I see them all the time. It's actually funny. If you're fast enough, you can actually outpace them because they'll get stuck on mobs. I could probably go there when we finish this up. And I'll probably find one immediately. 239 Prime. Hey, almost 300 Shadow, dude. Nice, Shadow. I just need to update the game constantly to keep that stuff down. Pretty much. Like the ones that I know of that were discussed on Reddit in the past were using cheat engine and just pulling the registry information for monster like data, and then using that monster data to then teleport using the UUIDs of dungeons, and that's how they were warping around like crazy. And because they were just auto attacking, they would just teleport kill, teleport kill, teleport kill, and that's how their scripts work. It was just hilarious that it was being done through cheat engine, and the fact that the discussion that was done on Trove's Reddit was not moderated for almost 6 months. Like, it was not removed. It was just sitting there the entire time. And it's like anyone and their mother could probably have followed the same exact steps that they were discussing and do the exact same, like, literally the exact same thing. You know, they were literally complaining. Like, by the way, these were cheaters that were complaining about how the game was updating so quickly that they had to just constantly keep pulling more of the actual game's data to then run their scripts. And it was just like, how the fuck has this not been made? Like, the fuck, guys? I doubt anything was even done about it either. Like, in truth, I really do doubt it. But again, at this point, it's just whatever. Like, we don't have a marketplace, so technically speaking, it doesn't really impact anyone unless you're doing the dungeons yourself in the area that they're operating. Because if that's happening, you're just kind of shit out of luck if you're a new player. Is those dungeons will get done so quickly that you will not be able to keep up. Which is ass. Like, that right there is a massive negative impact for new players. New players, returnees, anyone switching from console to PC. Like, all of that's just ass. It's what, 2 more Shadow or 1? Actually, that looked like for a week. It's mostly that they're just utilizing the in-game's mechanics and then also mods. Like, most of these scripts that people write for these kinds of things are just an input script. Actually, you know what? There's a pretty good YouTuber, actually, that does a pretty good job of explaining most of these things. But he does it for, like, Minecraft and a bunch of other games. I'll have to grab him here in a second. God, I hate the fizz resist downs. Oh, resistance ones. He actually recently did one, I think, for Windcraft. They had that update. But it's mostly just down to running an actual, like, AI's component that can actually identify images and then use those images or the code of images that are registered in the game files to then move to said image. Obviously, in Trove, it was using a bypass system to instantaneously warp from point A. What's stopping me right now? It's just gem dust at this point and qubits. Like, if I played on Wednesdays, I would have been done, like, literally weeks ago. I'd probably be at 57, if I remember right. That's where it would put me. I got one more Cosmic to do, and then I got to do the big ones, and then, yeah, that's it. I'll absolutely do that. Yeah, let me go grab him real quick. This will be an eye-opener for, I think, a lot of people. There's a, yeah, Kryn. There you go. Yeah, if you want to see like the basis for how most of these things get made, Corinne's explanation on and showcase of most of the systems is pretty much universal across all games. It's just some games allow way more cheating than even that. Like almost all of his stuff is just botting or like coding in botting and making actual applications. It's also, if you're a developer, it's a pretty good way of actually understanding how most of these bot programs that you'll see running around in any game, maybe even your own, are operating. So, would recommend. We do not want to have an anti-cheat like COD. No one wants an anti-cheat like COD. You want an actual anti-cheat instead of a fucking kernel piece of shit that doesn't even work. like seriously. You also need to actually have moderators that are going to properly look over any of the reports. That's really the bigger problem. Well, no shit on that one. We definitely need trading. Okay, I'm sorry. We need legitimate trading. I shouldn't have to use a bug to be able to trade people. Just turn the system back on. Oh, Jesus Christ. Like, as I said, it's been 16 weeks since we've had access to the market actually working. Nope. Was this the last one that you also needed, Chino? Or do we need to do one more? I think we need to do one more, but I'm not certain. I need MP back for Mastery. I have a lot of things to buy. Dude, all of us do. We're all screwed. Like, I need to just be able to clean my inventory. One more? Okay, roger that. Also, welcome back, Helikai. But yeah, everybody needs the MP back. Like, this is very much, we're past the point of ridiculousness. This is just getting stupid. Like, that's really where we're at right now. I already don't use .t mods to change the quality of life. I already have a bunch of mods, actually. It's just that you're not really going to notice them. I try to keep this as vanilla as possible just because I do have a lot of people that show up from console that do not have access to mods and would have no idea what's going on if I used, like, cache and clean stuff. And a bunch of the other ones. No, I do. I'm trying to burn away all my portals. Just for reference. We're almost below 200 after all these years. I'm almost free. I almost never need to do another one of these again. And also, the loop one is bannable, just so you know. I do know about it, and I'm not going to fucking do it. Especially not on stream. If you are doing that on stream, don't. Yeah, that. Just as a note, don't do that one on stream. I know, I do know about the one with portals specifically. No, it's not the fact that it's not a cheat. Don't. The devs did not like that one. Though, I mean, they haven't really been doing it. Well, I should say, they haven't been banning anyone for a while now, so it's whatever. I know. Just don't do it on stream. That's the thing. Like, as of right now, there's way more pressing matters of people that need to actually get banned for actually cheating. But that was something that was getting people banned before. So I would not recommend doing that when you were streaming it. If you're just doing it with your own club guys, by all means, just do whatever you're gonna do. I'm not your mother. That was actually an issue a while back. Like 2024 was when they started banning people for that. Which personally I thought was kind of stupid because it's a mechanic of the actual portal, but it's whatever. It's kind of the same reason why most of us who stream do not do ships anymore. As we can run into people that are doing teleport hacking, and if we're running into somebody that's doing that and we are quote-unquote indirectly profiting off the ship that they're doing it on, we can also get banned. No, they've done that. They've done that. Doesn't mean it's right, but they've done that. So, be careful with that one. I doubt the devs will ever see this stream, so I don't think it'll matter much. Even if I sent in like a fucking video with support, they don't fucking ban people. Yeah, just be careful out there, man. That's all I can say. You got yours? Congrats. And the truth, that's all that matters. Thanks. In truth, I really wish that they hadn't done the gear crafting stuff, because I've already had my gears for almost a decade here. But on the other hand, it does match up exceedingly well, so it's like, you know what? Fuck it. Fair enough. Like, it's just the aesthetic I've always went with when it comes down to my animation work. Especially with my hard surface stuff. But yeah, it definitely matches up quite well. Nah. It's pretty easy to throw gears into a video game. I mean, to be honest, I had the gears long before Trove. Just in principle. It's like back when I was like heavily streaming Maple Story all the time, I always had them up. Yeah, no, the combat's fantastic. That's the thing with Trove. The meat of this game is very good. There's very few games that even come close to the speeds that you could even do combat at, and the actual feedback of the combat is solid. The problem is everything else around it is just rotting off the flesh. And there's no other way to describe it than that, because it just keeps just not working. Either the servers start imploding, systems get taken away, and other events either collapse or just explode, or worse. And it's pain. It's one of those things where you're like, the combat is everything in Trove. It's the thing, it's the loop that pulls everyone in. And the problem is obviously everything else is just not there. It's not even close to the same level. And every time that we get a major like update that's actually good, it's almost always followed by some sort of setback or issue or just game engine issue that it's going to take them like 3 months to fix. And not in a bad way, Trove for me is like a cancer. I can never get away from this game. You have such bad ADHD. Everything about this game stimulates. Oh man, if you have ADHD, that would be terrible. Probably to be playing Trove, to be honest. I would assume every single like portion of the game would suck you in, even if the rest of it isn't very good. So that's ouch. Like Trove is a marathon game, and it does its job very well. It's just that as of late, we've been having so many like back-end problems that are now starting to affect the combat and everything else, and it's starting to eat away at the goodwill of the entire community. That's fair. That is totally fair. It's like I do stream a lot of marathon games here. Obviously, MapleStory player. I do BDO. I do World of Tanks for PvP side of stuff. I do a lot of Warframe now because everyone kept bugging me to start streaming Warframe, even though it's like, okay. So Warframe Wednesdays is a thing again. I play this and go to like Skyrim, and I'm sad on Skyrim because it's not colorful. There's no sounds, no damage pop or anything. So you come back to Trove. That's fair. Now, let me just not recommend other games to you specifically, bud. There are a couple out there, Kalakai, that would definitely pull you in too, but yeah. Crimson Desert's really good from what I played. If you played Black Desert Online, you already know what it's going to be. Yeah, I only got about 40 minutes into it yesterday because I was stuck doing renders. I was installing it while I was sitting in Blender. Then I ended up passing out because I ended up like literally cooking myself in here. I think I got the temperature in my room up to like 104 degrees Fahrenheit. It's like, oh shit, it's hot. It's actually the reason why I'm streaming now instead of on Friday. It's just because I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to do a stream with 4 hours of sleep while I'm cooking. Like, there's no way. But yes, if you enjoy Crimson Desert, I would recommend Black Desert Online to you, 100%. It's a really fucking good MMO. And it's always just been kind of sitting there in the background for most people. I had fun of for playing Trove by my older brother, but he doesn't understand that this game calls my mind to sit on like 30 things going on. And usually I just run Trove and I can sit for 48 hours straight and just be happy as hell playing. That's fair. That's totally fair. I don't know. Again, I think I've actually run into... Yeah, now that I think about it, here on Twitch, I haven't run into anyone that's acted like that at all. Like in all the years of streaming Trove every Friday, and even when I was doing it Wednesday and Friday, I never ran into anyone like that. Which was kind of funny when you think about it. I think it also has to do with the fact that every time that I've always streamed, we're always so progressed so far forward that most people only get to see this kind of gameplay. And some people who are like, I've never played Trove before, or I'm coming back after like 7 years. Why does this look so much different? And it's like, well, yeah, because this is in-game Trove. This is where you're zooming around like a crazy nut. It's like, I have a minigun, pretty much a GAU 8. It goes through all terrain, and I can spray everything out of existence in like less than a second. I would, to be honest, I'm pretty much nigh invincible at this point, just because of the leech mechanic and the overflow health issue that will probably never be fixed. So, there is that. And yes, if anyone doesn't know, with Shadowhunter specifically and Revenant, Revenant a bit less because he's been slightly nerfed, but Shadowhunter's hit detection and hit registration allows with Leech to actually overheal you beyond your flask capacity. I got a bot I need to burn. And block user, timeout, and ban. Goodbye. You play TR and Candy Barb? Nice. TR is very, very good. The only gripe I have with TR is that you're so fucking strong when you're at full cap that he can never do his full theoretical damage. Hey, Oxy Farmer. But yeah, just as a note, if you've made it all the way so far, what is IGN? It's literally the gamer name. Internet gamer name. Maybe whatever your character's name is on Trove specifically. I'm surprised you've never heard of the term IGN. And not the fucking news reporting site. You're such a lazy class, I use it for dailies only, or delves only. That's fair. I think it's go. But yeah, like, the only gripe I have with TR is the fact that it does so much damage, you just don't get to actually see your full numbers ever. That too. Gotcha. Also, my name is the same on every platform and every game. So it does, you don't have to worry about that. What you see here on Twitch and YouTube, that is me. So hello. Then again, I also repeat that every single time I ask for if anyone needs a run when we do a reset, so I think everybody kind of gets that at this point. At least I would hope so. But, the other one would be... Candy Barb is insanely good too. But again, Candy Barb's like hit detection is really fucking nice. It's what, isn't it 5 tiles away from you? It's like 5 forward and 4 wide, if I remember right. Which is very funny. Because Rev is like 3 forward and 2 wide. Which makes no sense. Yeah, I know, Fogroom. Any tips on getting more light? You're at 33k, but only have 6.1k light and can't do any damage in 14. Well, 14 you would want to have 8.9 light before you can actually start hurting things efficiently there. Number 1. Number 2. What is your Geode Mastery? And yes, I know I'm a broken record for all my usual people, but 53. 53. Were you here for the Heckbug event? I would expect if you were, you would be around 71 from just that event alone. So I assume no. You just came back. Oh, damn. Okay. Yeah, that would explain it. This Heckbug event gets you to 71. It's mostly just, I would say, getting on up to 80 bare minimum on Geode Mastery. That gives you base light. Are you in full C2 gear? Okay, so you're at full C2. You're at Crystal, no. 6.1k. You are still at Stellar Gems, correct? Or maybe a couple crystals in there? I would assume. 6.1, that would be a few crystals. Okay. The main ones you would want to focus on is obviously getting a Berserk Battler if you don't have it. That's a 3-star. And then your Cosmics. That would be the main thing to be pushing for. Off topic, but I love having no feeling in my left hand. Burnt food in the oven and was yelling, so I just grabbed the pan. Oh my god. Bro. Ouch. Okay, so you've got Berserk Battler. Then you would want to definitely push these 3 gems. Also, you'll need to get the pips into light. All cosmics is all light. If you don't have a sub-light roll on your gems, you need to do that. Obviously, it'll be light, crit damage, magic, or physical, depending on which one, whatever character that you're playing. That's like your main source of light. The other one that you could do is you'll want to get free-range electro crystals and put that in your auto-use slot. They come from the Pressure Locked Elves caches. That's another, what was it, 300? Yeah, it's another 300 light. And then passive-wise would be Solarian with Phoenix for 140 light. Those are like the easy-to-obtain ones. The other thing would be Star Chart and go for Scorpius, which gives you another 400. Okay, if you don't have Solarian, that is okay. Use Knight instead for the time being. Knight gives you more flasks, which allows you to prop your martial emblem more, or your arcane emblem, whichever, again, if you're doing Fizz or Mage. I'm moving to a BR, but I really don't want to be like everyone else and use the best class. That is totally fair. I just don't like the way that freaking BR plays. I never have. Like, I play Revenant, for God's sakes. Like, I play Dino Tamer on my magic side and Chloromancer, and I play Shadowhunter and Rev. Like, I do not like Boomeranger's playstyle at all. Like, if I have to play another character on the Fizz side, it's Solarian. And then obviously, if they fix the hit detection, Pirate Captain. I doubt they ever will, because it's a game engine limitation, but that would be the one. Now, let me think what else key. Yeah, full C2. What is your ring at? I would assume C2 crystal ring, maybe C3, 6k. If you're at 7, I would assume maybe C3, C4 if you were lucky, or got lucky. Like the fact that he can use bow and sword, but he's just so broken. Yeah, I know. They removed his nerf, and then it's just like, hooray, his scaling's back to normal. Oh god, it's back to normal. But I mean, again, BR is scaled to Solarian's damage, so I mean, everyone is scaled to Solarian's damage. If you have more mobility, you're going to have less damage. If you have less mobility, you're going to have more damage. That's just how they did it. Being top dog back in consoles years ago. That's funny. Also fair. Two creatures to go. Let's see here. Yeah, he was. And then they made enemies that are capable of outrunning your turret, and then it just became not very fun to play. Because they never gave him they never gave him hit scan, and in doing so, they made it so his mortars can just miss, which is not fun to deal with at all. The good news is obviously D15 dungeons, like the 5-star dungeons that they added at Longshade. The enemies don't really move much, so Pirate Captain is kind of back on the menu. It's just every other enemy that can actually move left and right for 5 seconds can end up dodging your actual mortars, which, yeah, that is very much ass. It's the only reason I do not play him regularly. Because when you get 4 mortars out and all of them miss like 4 times in a row and you're just sitting there staring at it like, what am I doing? You just had this moment of just, what the hell am I doing? Oh, yeah. You can get him on up to, I think it was like, what, 155 now, pretty efficiently. If you really want him to go stupid fast, you can also end up running Vampirian Vanquisher just for the memes. Obviously, it's really easy to reach attack speed cap on Pirate Captain because he already has an innate 15%. I know, Sheno. I know you missed out on the Hackbag event for the most part. The sad part is I have a bunch of actual Hackbugs I could probably like toss away as tradables, but we can't trade like legitimately without cheating the trade market to allow us to trade right now. So I'm just waiting. How long has trading been out for? 16 weeks. If we include the other days that happened in December and November, it would be 19. But yeah, they canceled the marketplace 16 weeks ago. No. So I have my tracker standard on at the moment. I'm at 13 when I have my actual torch on. When doing delves, I use the checker standard because I'm already over light cap, so I gain no damage. Yeah, I know. We all know. Everyone who's been playing Trove like consistently, we all know. It's concerning. And every week it gets more concerning. But yes, I use the checker standard when I'm in the delves because if I add more light, I don't get more damage. Because I'm already over the cap of the enemies. The only time that I actually need to switch to a torch for more damage would be at depth 171 and above. I think technically 168 if darkness 3. But I use the tracker standard to give me the old Shadowhunter seeing through walls mechanic without needing to do anything. You'll notice that I'm technically already marking things. And you can easily just shoot them without having to worry about it. It is a slightly bigger radius than the base potion, and also pings twice as much. It's mostly being, well, I'll be honest, the main reason I started using it when I found out that, yeah, switching to my torch doesn't give me anything, was the fact that sometimes we would run into enemies that would get stuck in the ceiling, and also the walls and floor. Because sometimes in the delves, enemies can accidentally spawn way outside the map, and the only way that you'd be able to see them is if you had the checker standard potion or the actual banner. Like, before we got the rework for Shadowhunter, the only way to, like, not notice that the enemies are through the floor, but you still couldn't do anything about it without digging to them, because, you know, we couldn't really shoot through the floor without using our 2. Was a bit ass. Once we got the big rework for Shadowhunter, like 3 years ago, they made it so that way our actual tracking ability was nerfed, but we could now shoot through everything. And then, you know, tracker standard potion and also the banner itself became quintessential when doing low tier / mid-range delves, just because of that. Like, if you end up getting the banner and you're playing Shadowhunter, I would recommend that you save it for later. Because you'll find it very, very useful when you're in here. Well, in any delve, to be honest. It's extra useful when you're dealing with fog rooms. Do a quick dump off. Yes, if you're wondering why I'm seeing all the outlines in random colors, that's why. It's the banner doing that. That boss exploded in one hit? Yes, yes, he did. That was a good, clean triple crit right there. From Bach Bomb specifically. Hey, 710. Nice. Oh no. Did Ifera say he was leaving? Or did it just fuck up? I think it fucked up. There you go. Well, that's a reset. I did not get the text. I just checked. Did not get it. Yeah, the instant freeze. Need to reset. Oxygen, how many more do you need? Because we did 3 Iferas. I didn't know how many more you needed for your 6 for today. Well, for the week. No. Hydrate? Yes. Thank you. The others. Let's see. There we go. Made yourself a cucumber salad. Time for Trove now. After that. I wish you luck in whenever you're farming. Alright, you 15 to level your Mystic Gem. I'm sorry, Mystic Gear. Got it. Good luck. This delve is so cramped. The end city boulders are just plugging up the entrances. Okay, there's monoliths. Really? 2 crabs? No, it's one of these floors. Crap. No enemies spotted. Andy, why? Sometimes Randy Random is just like, nah, I don't think so. Touchdown, and then hit this. And objective complete. I think this Ifera will be the last one that we need for today. If someone else wishes to join us, we'll probably go for lunch after this. And after that, again, if you guys see any test streams pop up here on Twitch, I'll be trying to get the YouTube chat to be integrated. That way everyone will be able to see everyone. It's been bugging me for long enough, and I'm just like, you know what, screw it. I'll just spend the whole day fixing it. gingerbread man? Okay. Okay. Get my loot. And we are completely full. Got it. Anything else I need to dump off? Nice. Is all your mystics done? Actually, no. It would be. Wouldn't it be a little bit more? Very nice. Yeah, those can go. Yeah, 13.7. That's almost everything light-wise. Is that with your martial buff or without? Yeah, it's with just that one. I assume that's without. Old scroll's done, taken care of. Yes. Okay, I just dump off everything. Pop that, pop that. I'll clean the rest of those up later. That's everything. The torches themselves will disintegrate. I don't have to worry about it, and the rest of it will just dump off in the storage, so it's not that big of a deal. Ugh, and yeah, sorry for being late, guys. I literally cooked myself out yesterday while doing a bunch of renders in Blender the whole morning of Friday. I got like 5 hours of sleep, which was pretty much fine. It was just that I woke up and my room temperature in here was, I think it was 96 after I'd been sitting in it for about, what, 6 hours at 104 and 103 degrees Fahrenheit. So I was just trying to get that clothing set done, and it was driving me nuts. And then I ended up exhausting myself because of it. So, hence why we had a late stream today. AKA, we're doing EXP day. This is a Dragon Day. But yeah, for anyone that doesn't know me or is just tuning in, I stream Warframe Wednesdays and Trove Dragon Day Fridays. Normally, we're doing Ifera carries every single Friday. Obviously, if I am late or something comes up, then I will do it today, which would be, we normally go Friday into Saturday anyway. It's not that big of a deal. But normally, I am streaming at 10 p.m. Fridays. Today was just a bit of an off day because I ended up overdoing a lot of work for my commission work. So it is what it is, but we still got our delves in. For now, though, I am going to go get food, which also means because I need to go get lunch. I am absolutely starving. I don't think I've eaten. Let me check. No, I haven't eaten in 18 hours. I need to get food really badly. God, I'm fucking starving. Let's see who's awake. Ike is awake. Rapless is awake. Shizzle's awake. And Sumi is awake. Anyone else? No. Fox is awake with Path of Exile. Not much. Okay. Those on YouTube, take care, guys. I will see you on the next one.